What's up, everyone? It's Colin here on day 25 of my 30-day challenge. So yesterday was great. I talked to 7 people, and the first person that I talked to of the day, she actually turned out, she said that she was gay, and so I thought that was a new one that I hadn't heard. And at first I was like, are you sure? Are you just saying that to, I kind of was like, okay, off the record, are you saying that just to like not let me down? And she's like, no, totally, I don't like dudes. So anyway, she was very nice, and it was a little awkward because it turned out she worked at the place that I was hanging out at, and so she's like, yeah, come get coffee from me. I was like, okay. The next thing was that, it's funny, yesterday I was talking about how that, I noticed that people are not paying attention to what I'm doing on the street. Like, people aren't even looking up. Well, when I say something, it seems that the opposite tends to happen right after I say that. So yesterday I was stopping at Trader Joe's to get some food I was walking around, and I was in the produce section, and I went up to this really cute girl and started talking to her, and there's this lady like loading the produce like right next to us. I'm starting to get a little bit more courageous with how close innocent bystanders or listeners are, and the lady just kept looking up and smiling at me, and talk about a distraction. She's like all interested in, and I just started I got really nervous, and I got super nervous, and just started fumbling and babbling, and I was like, and the girl that I was talking to, she wasn't exactly pulling the conversation, so I had to do a lot of the legwork, and so while the produce lady's looking at me, I'm trying to manage this scenario of what's going on, and she's rejecting me while this lady's smiling and probably like, oh, that's so adorable, and then at the same time there's this big meathead dude who's over in the cheese section, who's staring at us, and because I saw him check her out earlier, and I'm pretty sure that he looks upset. He's like, why didn't I think of doing that? So I guess I was kind of glad that I was doing it sort of was a positive reinforcement that at least he wishes he would have done that. So anyway, I'm noticing that also the one really big, here's a lesson for you right here, is that having a conversation and not rushing the number. I mean, that's probably common knowledge to everyone else out there, but in my case, it's something I learned during this. So having a genuine conversation hey, I thought you were cute, and not having that intention of just going for the number and actually just stopping to interact with them. A lot of cases I've experienced is that people don't have time, or they don't want to stop and talk to me, so I sort of have to rush the number. And in that case, most of the time I don't get the number, but every once in a while I actually do. So not to say that the conversation is like this, you have to do that, but that is the time that I have most positive interactions, have the most number, get the most yeses. So that is something that's key, is just hey, I want to introduce myself, oh, do you live around here? Just a normal human being conversation I'm sure all of you can do. So that is just a huge lesson. So I'm definitely focusing more on that, and then if they're trying to escape, can I have your number? Or what I mean is if they're trying to leave, then I'll ask for their number. If they need to go to work or something and it's rushed, or they don't want to talk to me, I still ask anyway to get that rejection. So, and then another funny thing happened yesterday, which was I was texting somebody that I got her number recently and trying to set up a time to hang out, and she's like, yeah, that sounds fun. Plus you only have 6 more days left, so you only have 20 more girls to meet. And I was like, what is happening? How are these people finding me on the internet? I guess it's because I probably posted everything public, so that's probably why. But so I thought that was great, and she's like, oh yeah, I think it's cool, I still want to hang out. So it keeps kind of blowing my mind that this is not weirding everyone out. And so the lesson for you is that if you want to go talk to somebody, the people are not going to be, I think more people than not are going to think it's courageous and great, and going to commend you for it. Even if they're not interested, they're probably going to think it's courageous. And even if you're dating somebody, or at least talk to one person, got her number, you can still go talk to somebody else and get their number. I mean, it's not the first person you meet you have to be with for the rest of your life. So anyway, I thought that was a great little that just keeps happening to me, so I better just tell people right as I meet them. Anyway, and then lastly, I'm going to post a link here that's going to have I have a blog post about everything I've learned so far that you can check out, and it's the 3 things that I've learned during this whole challenge. So I hope you guys get some value out of it. I'm just trying to create as much, you know, this is not just for entertainment, so hopefully some people are getting some value. And so check that out, and in the meantime, I will keep you posted. Later.